Salespeople hear the word no way more often than yes, even the best of us. What no really means and what you should do when your prospect says no, this time on Sales Talk with Joe. Whether you've been in sales for years, are just starting your career in sales, or even just considering a career in sales, Sales Talk with Joe is designed to help you be more successful. If there's one word that salespeople hate, it's no. We usually associate no with a customer rejection of our purchase recommendation. We equate no with failure. But let's face it, even the best salespeople hear no a lot more often than yes. Here's a question for you. Other than when they ask for an unrealistic concession, have you ever said no to a prospective customer? Salespeople love to say yes. It means we are moving closer to or closing a sale. No one wants to put the whole thing in jeopardy by saying no. But are there times when it's appropriate to say no to a customer or prospect? Why would you want to? What do we do when a customer says no to us? Is that the end? Can no be our friend? In a training session I was attending, I heard a profound statement once. No doesn't mean never. It means not now. Most salespeople, including me for many years, thought that when they heard no, it was all over. Perhaps that's the reason for the statistic we saw in video number 2, saying that 50% of salespeople never persist past a second try at even getting an appointment when they hear no. If you look at the word no from the perspective of meaning not now, a sales process never ends, and everyone is always a prospect. Whenever you hear no, instead of shutting down that line of communication, try keeping it open. Ask the customer or prospect if you can stay in touch with them in case something changes in the future. If you're in the middle of a negotiation and hear a no on a specific issue, a very effective tactic is to put the issue aside and go on to others. While that issue may seem like a deal breaker, tabling it and moving on to others that you get agreement on will lessen the importance of that one single item. It becomes much less of a deal breaker and will be easier to overcome. The customer or prospect will even be more open to compromise on it to get the deal done. So don't shut down an engagement when you hear the word no. In fact, look at it as an opportunity to probe further into the customer and their plans. Let's look at no now from a different perspective, a tool that you can use as a trust builder. Have you ever been in a situation where you've been buying something and asked for some kind of a concession, maybe price or something else, and the salesperson immediately says yes? What's your reaction to that? I know mine is, that was too easy. I should have asked for more. There's no value in that concession or the relationship with the salesperson. What would have happened if a customer or prospect asked for a concession that you knew you could give on the spot, but you said no first? Now, you do it in such a way that doesn't close the door. For example, a customer asks for a concession on price. You know you have the room to meet the demand, but instead of immediately agreeing to it, you say something like, I'm going to have to say no, I can't authorize that. But tell you what I'll do. I'll talk to my company and see if I can get them to agree to it. Are you willing to buy more or put more money down or pay sooner if we can get this all done? What you've done is made yourself an advocate for your prospect or customer with the unseen authorities, and you've added value to your position. You've also added value to yourself with your employer by sticking to one of the cardinal rules of negotiation. Never give something without getting something. There's another way to use no that builds trust and confidence with your customers. You've moved through the selling process and the customer has agreed to everything and is ready to buy. They tell you they're ready to sign on the dotted line, give you a credit app, set up an account, or whatever it is you do that establishes a purchasing relationship. This is a moment that rivals some of the best that you've experienced in life when you're in sales. So you want to move through it quickly and efficiently and get that order in-house. You want to get everything wrapped up. Conventional wisdom says get through this as fast as you can. You don't want anything interfering with your hard work. But what would happen if you actually said to the customer that they can still say no at this point or something equivalent? For example, right before you complete the contract or paperwork, you look at the customer and ask, "You're good with everything, right? I'm locking this in now." Now, why would you do that? You're giving the customer assurance that you're not just trying to make a sale, but you want to make sure the customer is comfortable and got what they want. This technique is especially good with customers that you're going to have a long-term relationship with. If you're relatively new in sales, I don't recommend trying this. It's possible for a savvy buyer to use this moment to ask for another concession. You have to be prepared for that and know what to do. By the way, if you're interested in more training on negotiating techniques, let me know in the comments and I'll put some future videos together. Hearing the word no isn't fatal in the sales process. Don't panic when you hear it and use it to your advantage. Stay focused on the goal and remember your sales skills. You'll win more often and earn more sales, or customer purchases, I should say. I'm Joe Ferguson. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to leave a comment about this video. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like button, share the video with someone who might benefit from it, and subscribe to my channel to make sure you see future videos. If you have a product or service that you think would be a good match for my viewers and are interested in sponsoring these videos, please email me. My email address is in the description below. If you just want some help with your sales career, feel free to email me. I'll be happy to chat with you. Thanks for watching and be on the lookout for the next Sales Talk with Joe video.